What do you think?
We're live right now.
Let's do the intro you have. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to John Boy and Jake Radio. It is Thursday, June 18th, I believe. Did I get it? Nailed it. John Boy and Jake Radio. The Booba. What was the band? So Aaron Sorkin? Or is that the writer?
Hoskins. He's the
Hoskins.
producer.
Aaron Sorkin's the writer. He said he liked the band name You Said.
Right.
But do you remember what you said?
But then Boobach came back and he started going deep end with it, so I think we're still in a name hole.
Okay. So
Boobach
I believe
started
Jake
pushing
had-
a lot of boob names.
I believe Jake had said it's Boobach and the Nobodies, and you
You
were
like
Boobach and the
somebodies.
Subbodies.
You thought that was offensive that I called them nobodies.
yeah. Well, whatever. That's the second version of the song. We had some mixed reports. People like the first version better. Maybe we can just do both. If it's a harder
Always
day,
is.
we'll do both.
Always is.
BBD says a little loud. BBD, you were a little loud. I don't know if we're loud. Whatever. Good morning, Jake. How you doing?
Good morning, James. I'm doing okay. Just disappointment from the baseball world. The Short Kings are now all releasing their articles of the deal that wasn't, as they'll call it in time. And then that just that took a little bit of the lead out of my pencil. Started moving a little slower. Sorted some laundry this morning. That wasn't fun. Things just started moving slow. And I've been pushing this joggers thing in the summer. I think I mentioned yesterday it was a little bit of me testing Rob Manfred in baseball.
Yep.
Wearing joggers in the summer. It's not the summer yet. I think we're like a week away. But, I figured I'd go with it again. And these ACs are cranking, so I think it's kind of my homage to the ACs. I want to give them credit.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, my ability to dress is at an all-time low.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
Dude.
But you look fine. The joggers,
These are pajama joggers.
Yeah, we need to get you some daily
These are pajamas.
joggers.
I have daily joggers, and I normally wear those. And yesterday,
But aren't those heavy sweats?
they worked.
Okay.
So
I almost wore my pair of light joggers, like the ones that you would run in, like
Right.
really breezy, whatever that material is. Like, I like windbreaker jogger material almost. I don't know what it's called. But then I decided to go shorts and a hoodie instead. Because it was 75 and no sun all day.
Right.
And I was like, if I can get away with pants and a t-shirt or a hoodie and shorts, that's my ideal dress.
Right.
So I went hoodie instead.
I think I've got a jazzy outfit for tomorrow. Spoiler.
Wow, Friday jazz.
Friday jazzy outfit. I was like heading out the door and I was like, I'm wearing pajama pants, one of our shirts, one of our hats, so that the top half is stylish. But again, these shoes I got are old men. Black socks don't help. Waist down, I'm not sexy.
You look great.
Normally, and that's normally my sexiest feature. So I guess that's why my confidence has gone that and baseball. How has your past 12 hours been?
Good. It's funny that we're on different wavelengths with baseball.
Hello.
Because the other day you said I was so down in the dumps, and you had it right. You kind of guessed what was going to happen correctly. And now I'm not fazed by this hiccup right now at all, and it seems like you are. Because the hiccup, if anyone hasn't been following, is that the player said when and where. The owner said, okay, well, they were like, when, where, how? Tell us. And he's like, all right, well, here's the when, July 19th. Here's the where, everywhere, and here's the how. You waive your grievance, and we up the pay a little bit more in your favor.
Right.
And part of the strategy there was that Manfred told their side, We agreed in principle. We have to get it in writing, but it's in hand. Which then they go spread to the media.
Right.
And then now the players have to be like, no, wait, we didn't agree to that yet.
Which I think that's because you and I both had a moment this morning where we're like, the gamesmanship of the negotiations is a little fun.
It's interesting.
The players we really liked, that was a strong tell us when and where.
It was great.
Because the owners have been dragging their feet the whole time.
They cornered the owners, but
now
now the owners kind of cornered them back.
The counterpunch by Manfred of giving the offer is good. The shady part that's fucking terrible is leaking it to the media when there's no deal.
Because
that's
because you make the players say
that's fourth grade at recess.
Yeah.
Saying he said this, they said that,
But
and that's pathetic.
The people that aren't in the weeds of the negotiations that saw the when and where and now see the players saying no, we don't agree to that. It looks really bad for the players because they're like, I thought you said when and where, and you said fuck it, just play.
You just got offered full pay. Isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, but the nuance is that the MLB wants them to waive that they can file a lawsuit or file a grievance. They want them to waive it, which then kind of now, and it maybe the stall tactic's working by MLB because now the debate is on, okay, well, if you want us to waive, like they're back to negotiating because if you want us to waive the agreement, we said when and where with no waiving of the agreement.
Right.
That was like the subtext. Now that we're waiving the agreement, it's not really when and where anymore now. But I think we're fine. I think that the players will, maybe I'm being naive now. I think they'll do the 70 and we'll land at 65, waive the agreement. Because that gets them to 40%.
Yeah, I don't know. That hasn't actually been laid out by the owners. In theory, their offers really haven't changed. We're still at 60 games. We haven't seen anything money-wise over 60 games from them. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think this was Manfred's ace in the hole. I really do think this was the last card up his sleeve. With the time to play and everything going on, and it was a great card. I don't know. I think there's some principle by the players where they could say, screw it, and they could go back on it now and say, hey, if you want to hit that 48-game button, fine. We'll just do that instead. We'd rather just go down with the ship ourselves. I am yet to see the negotiation in any of this that has been a meet in the middle. And that's what everyone's just assuming is going to happen.
But the owners came up from the 33% to 37%. They can get them to 40%. I think we're there.
Yeah, I just don't think they are. And I don't know. I think this is where president and principal is really going to come into play. And the fact that I think the players are going to lean into playing the most games possible. And it was funny. I told you I got into the weeds this morning with some people. And it's, we circled on billionaires, millionaires, and thousandaires, which is 65% of the players. And then where else did we land? They're like, oh, well, we're running out of time. And I was like, well, why do you think we're running out of time? Like, that was the owner's biggest strategy. Why do you think this is the first time these two people have met face to face to iron it out? So, and then someone, I said something along the lines of like, the guy was like, yeah, why don't they just play the 70 games? And I was like, they were waiting for the offer. Like, that's never happened. So yeah, man, it was a great card to play by Manfred, and I'm interested to see where the players go with it because they know if they kind of stand on their principle right now and say no, there was no deal, that for whatever reason, because MLB got in front of it media-wise, even though it was lies, they're going to look bad because no deal was ever agreed. Yet it was spread throughout the baseball community that a deal was agreed to.
Yeah.
So I think, and then when that happens and the people turn on the players are going to start tweeting, and that's not going to be good. They're not going to be a unified voice again. I think we've just scratched the ugly iceberg again.
All right. Yeah, I lean that, I think we're in the most good faith we've been.
Imagine if you're Tony Clark. You think he's saying that sentence?
With the offers.
They were just face to face, not having a deal, and then the other guy in the room told the media in the world that they had a deal. That's not good faith. That's the opposite. That might be the least
but the
good
offer,
faith move.
the offer
so far.
isn't good. The offer is they moved up their offer.
The offer was partially in good faith. I think they were tying it to the lie that they were going to tell the people. So no, I don't think it was in great faith.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the players, you weren't screaming that what the players did was in bad faith, and what the players did was push them into a corner, and Emily was just pushing back. So I don't think I'm fine with the gamesmanship. Both sides.
The only time I've said the players haven't been in good faith was their initial offers of the games to stretch out, which I do believe in.
Well,
they never
saying when
that.
and where, knowing that they're going to file a grievance is kind of the same thing as offering this, knowing you're going to spread it.
Right, but if the players are going to file a grievance, it's because something's been damaged to them. If the players are filing a grievance, that's because the owners have been in bad faith. That's not on the players.
I know. The gamesmanship, I don't care about. I just think, I think that that stuff sucks, but if the players just make a counter now, hopefully they make a counter that's right around what this is. Hopefully they ask for 70 games, and then hopefully it comes to.
I would hope they do, but I don't see that happening. We haven't seen that happen yet, No,
but I didn't think the owners were going to come back from this and actually raise it, and they did. So
they kind of haven't. That's what I was telling you before when the owners' offer last time, when everything was added with playoff money and the players laid it out there, was 60 million. Or 60 games, excuse me. So if they came anything under 60 games, that would have been complete bad faith. So they had to come in at 60 games.
It was different.
Just the way the money was shuffled.
Well, but it's guaranteed now. The playoffs weren't guaranteed before.
Isn't it now playoffs would be on top of the 60 guaranteed?
Yeah,
right.
But
they did come closer.
It's that game amount. If the owner's offer came anything below 50, it would have, or below 60, it would have been grievance instantly.
I agree. So I'm saying the owner stepped to the plate and upped their offer.
No, 60 was the minimum. If it was 59, it would have been a grievance, and the owners would have been fucked.
But they jumped from 33% to 37%.
Someone laid it out. I can send you the article later. But they had all the numbers there, and it would have been in complete bad faith. So I think that was a horrible step. I'm very hopeful that the players come back and say 65, 70, 72, but we just haven't seen that in these negotiations at all.
I think they were aiming for 40%, and they jumped up from 33 to 37. So I think I'm not. There's no hiccup here, but I was already accepting death, so I'm like whatever happens, fine.
And I'm still I'm not saying no baseball. I think the 48 button is just a lot more back in play. I think the players are going to say, fuck you.
Okay. Interesting.
Why bother? If you guys want to make a joke out of it, we don't need games. Take that to next CBA. Why do we play 162? Why don't we play 120? I think this was a twist of the knife.
All right. Mad Dog hates Plouffe.
Mad Dog Russo hates Mr. 220.
But I'll tell you what happened here.
Yeah.
Mad Dog was responding to Jack Flaherty.
Sure.
But didn't want to go at an active player. Because what he's responding to is Flaherty's tweet, not Trevor's tweet.
Sure.
Because Flaherty said, what have you ever accomplished? You can't even talk. You're not successful.
Right.
And that was what he was responding to. Trev just said, Harper had a good year. Why are this doesn't make sense. And for anyone that doesn't know, Mad Dog had the weirdest fucking take.
Bad take. An old senile take.
It's if you want to be upset with the players for the when and where, I understand there's mindsets where you can be shut up players and all that. But to say that you're only allowed to say when and where if you had a good season last year,
right,
is such a weird take.
And then calling out a player who did have a good season.
Bryce Harper had a good season, saying he didn't have a good season. It's such just because a dude had a bad season last year doesn't mean he can be I'm excited for this season.
And he didn't have a bad season.
yeah, but even if he did,
right?
Even if players did, so it was all time just weird take from Mad Dog.
I think it was clickbait. I think the plan worked for him.
Yeah, but then Plouffe gets involved, and so Jack Flaherty said you're not successful to him, and I even was Mad Dog. Yelich said,
and Yelich came back on it.
What'd he do?
He tweeted. He was like, "Yeah, I phrased that wrong. I meant he's not as successful now.
Oh, okay.
He's not currently successful." And Mad Dog retweeted that like it was a compliment.
Oh,
so that's how far in the deep end he is, and he's a 60-year-old man. I mean, this goes back to just being old and stuff. Like, yes, Mad Dog, you've had a great career, but I mean, you're just tweeting out Bryce Harper can't talk because he had a bad season, which both statements are wrong.
Yeah, and then he went at Plouffe, which I hope Trev's not actually like furious.
No,
because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's New York sports talk, but
yeah, like that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like whatever.
Well, Trevor could never handle New York.
Exactly. And Mad Dog looking like he can't handle it anymore either. But
Mad Dog. I once watched his kid play basketball.
It's nice.
I grew up with Mike and the Mad Dog, so like I just kind of like
sure
laugh it off.
I mean, they're both in the deep end.
Oh yeah. I mean, Mad Dog's weirdest take ever here, and then all the time he spent on Trev was so dude, that line he dropped, I did Dave 37 times.
Yeah.
Is so weird.
Right.
And sad that he has that at the ready. That he knows how many times he's went on Dave Letterman.
60-year-old line.
And that literally nobody anymore.
Nobody.
Fucking talk shows have people on every night.
Right. I mean, he was
like
probably
they have like
he was probably a filler because he was like around. If someone canceled last minute, they were like,
it's cool that he was on Dave Letterman, but like just to be like right away, like I did Dave 37 times.
Jim, I've got bad news for you. It's not cool anymore. It was cool.
It'd be cool if like
from 18 to 35. Do you think anyone's like it's cool that you were on Letterman 37 times?
No, but if Fallon invited us on like a talk show,
right, and that
like,
would be cool right now.
Yeah.
But 30 years from now, it would not.
Yeah. Well,
and that's part of what he's just totally missing.
Well, it's cool.
That's what happens when you get old. I'll be there. I'm not saying I'm not going to be there, people. I'm going to be further in the deep end. It's going to be ugly.
Mad Dog is like, radio king. Like he did earn to be like, I'm good at radio. But
yes,
the whole argument surrounding it was like, I'm good at radio, so I can have this opinion, and you're bad at baseball, so you can't. It didn't make any sense.
It was bizarre.
But
the whole thing was bad. I mean, the shtick has kind of run old.
Trevor's response to your tweet made Luke laugh so much that he ran into my bedroom and woke me up to tell me it. Which was Jake was like, only one knew when to retire, and Trevor was like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah. It was a little double jab. I was happy with that.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with myself.
All right, let's go to the sports news. The sports news. Oh, has he got the Bluetooth up?
It says you're connected, but I can hit the button again.
It's really low. Got it.
MLB, we just did all of that. Go Google Short King baseball article. Nothing will come up because they don't label themselves that way, but it's happening. But hey, a lot of DH talk yesterday and people dreaming about baseball because it could be gone forever. That's a bummer. Pause not, LOL.
Pause not.
Got him. Most importantly, we are a soccer company.
That suit is black.
Prem League comes back yesterday in a very triumphant return for the Prem League, except one controversial call that didn't get overturned by Hawkeye, their overseeing system. It was actually really bad. Really bad. Some good controversy in the Aston Villa game. Go Acorns. Maybe we'll show that on a screen somewhere. Bayern Munich wins the Bundesliga, because that's what they always do. That game was on in the office, too. We're just a soccer place. Knicks are interviewing everyone. Good job, BBD. Good note on that. And then we're getting some Kaepernick NFL talk. The Chargers coach, Anthony Lynn, came out and said that he liked Kaepernick and he'd be a fit in his system. But we do have 3 quarterbacks we like right now, so we're good.
All right. All right. The sports news. The blown call in the Prem League is so bad. The keeper for the Vial runs behind, like he goes behind the post.
Very clearly in the side of the net.
Yeah. I don't know if you have the picture, BBD. If you have my screen up, I'm opening it right now. Like, very clearly, he has the ball behind the goal.
Yes.
And the game ends in a draw. And who was that team they were playing? Sheffield United?
Sheffield.
They tweeted out like, well, we scored, but they didn't count it.
Yeah.
So the game's still tied. But also, like, it's not a goal. Like, it's an own goal. So even if you were like, hey, well, we actually did beat you, they just messed up, it's still like, that's what you want, the own goal.
Well, it would have been it's like a shot on net. Like, there just would have been no keeper save.
What do you mean?
So, okay, the keeper saves a shot.
Yeah.
Falls into the net. That's not an own goal on the keeper. Or, I mean, he's in the net.
Did you see it?
Yes.
I didn't see it. I just saw the ended up.
I mean, it was like a cross type shot, and the keeper grabs it, and one of his defenders runs into him. So I actually don't know how the soccer book rules it. I mean, in theory, like, there is a shot, and the ball ends up in the net.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying
also
it's
his
not
defender
like,
pushes him in.
It's not like you sniped the corner and everyone just missed it, and you're like, no, we got. It's kind of like, well, you know, if you won that way, the Vial could be like, well, we handed it to you a little bit, but it's such a bad call.
Yeah.
Hawkeye apologized.
Well, that's kind of the funny part of the story is that Hawkeye, their system of tracking the goals or whatever to see if it goes over the line, because it has to fully cross over the line for our non-soccer fans. Welcome to our soccer company. So they said, you know, they've been a part of the league for 2-3 years or whatever it is, and they said, you know, we of our 9,000 goals that we've seen, this is the first one we got wrong. And they said that like that was a powerful statement, and everyone's like, well, this was a really bad one to get wrong.
Pretty easy.
Like, this wasn't tight. It wasn't like camera angles were being blocked. Like,
It's also
you just missed it. Like,
it's also
there's no actual excuse. It's just
I don't
a miss.
understand. Like, when they go to replay, right?
Sure.
I don't know what's the process. Do you know it?
I mean, I know
Do humans ever see the
got the
replay with
box.
their eyes? Because, like, how can you be like, well, we saw it, but the robot says no, even though it clearly was, but we have to go with the robot. Like, how does no human be like,
right.
That's a goal?
So I'm not sure on the Prem League protocols. I'm not sure if there's actual
if you
like
could touch
lasers
up,
that make the
that'd be
decision.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are a soccer company.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Okay.
My apologies to the people. I told you I'm going off the deep end, Mad Dog Russo style. But yeah,
Mud Dog.
I'm not sure. I don't know who gets the final call, whether it's a robot or it's the refs. I'd assume it's. I don't know. They blamed Hawkeye, so I'm gonna guess it's like pure technology. Like maybe they got lasers or some shit in the goal.
Ooh. It seems like
Or a chip.
It seems like a human should have been like,
Right.
well,
A human should be able to overrule it, but that
Yeah.
gets tricky because how do you write that into the rules?
yeah, that's right. Because then someone can just, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And if Hawkeye took the blame, I'm guessing it's on them and not the human? I don't know. I'm interested.
Yeah, me too. We'll figure it out. The Chargers head coach says they will work out Kaepernick as he fits their system well. I'll put a minute on the clock for you and BBD if you have anything to say.
I think Kaepernick's coming back. We talked about it on Talking Sports a little bit. Go check that out. If you're a sporty, if you've ever watched sports, go check that out.
If you're sporty, they knew it.
If you're sporty, yeah, I think Cap's coming back. I think it's kind of funny. You know, a lot of players are coming out saying they're taking knees. I think Kyler Murray came out and said it last year or yesterday. So
The Prem League all took a knee to start the game.
that was pretty
cool.
But I think it is funny that Kaepernick's not signed until he's signed. I know that's really dumb, but like
No, that's fair. At this point,
Anthony, like Lynn, the coach of the Chargers, is like, yeah, we like Cap, but I've got 3 quarterbacks I like. It's like, well,
it's my saying every winter with MLB free agents, it's all nothing until it's something with Cap. Like, I'm not even interested in this update at all. So you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, again, not back till he's back. At this point,
went up.
I used to think like, yeah, he's still good enough to play, and I still believe he was good enough to play. Now it's been like 3 years since he played, so now, like, who knows if he's actually good enough to be on a team now?
That's the thing.
Not his fault.
It is great, right? And because I think he's 33 or 32.
32. I just checked it.
Which
Up to date.
either way, not playing something from the ages of 28 to 32, never mind like NFL football, is pretty hard. But that was my kind of initial stance, and I was just like, yeah, I think Cap's probably done. Now I'm in. Look at this. Who
I'm
the
still
Steelers
pretty
played.
sure he could be a backup.
Yeah,
for
look at
sure.
I want no gray matter if he does come back.
Okay.
I want him to be awful
Like
or
the
be
RV?
amazing.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't want it to be up for debate. No, he's actually been like a good quarterback according to this and this and this. No, he's blown. I don't want that.
That is tough.
I want it to be like he gets a backup job, the guy gets hurt, Cap comes
And you
in
know
and just
what?
fucking tears it up, and we're like, whoa.
If he comes back, he's got to be good.
Yeah.
Because if he's bad, that means a lot of bad people are going to get really loud.
They're going to think they were right the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, he was good enough before. I promise he was good enough before. Every number shows he was good enough before.
He hasn't played in 4 years, so.
You guys didn't let him play for 4 years.
Okay, the Steelers quarterbacks last year were as follows. Big Ben for 2 games, Devlin Hodges for 6 starts, and Mason Rudolph for 8. And, Cap is better than those guys. So, I hope he comes back.
He's at minimum still multi-dimensional.
Bring back all you want from a backup quarterback in reality is that they can give you a chance to win a half of football. And Kaepernick can do that. Why not?
Yeah.
Roll it out there.
Bayern Munich.
Yes.
Wins for the 8th
Your
consecutive
team.
year. Now, this was something I was wondering as you continued to bet on Bundesliga.
Right.
And I was like, I never heard of any of these teams.
Right.
Not even rings the bell.
Right.
And 8th consecutive year, second place was 10 points below them.
Yeah.
There's no good other team in Germany. This sucks.
Right.
8 consecutive years? That sucks.
A little bit. I understand what you're saying, and I agree.
Okay.
But there also is something to be if you're Eintracht Frankfurt, one of our teams we've discovered now.
Finished 9th.
And, if you beat Bayern, I think you shut down Frankfurt or Eintracht, whichever
You mean
one
just
of those is
one
a city.
game?
Yeah.
Nah,
I know that's
that
not
sucks.
exciting
That
in
sucks.
net.
No.
Dubak called us out on saying net. We'll get to that.
What do you mean? What's net?
So net is it's a douchey way of saying in the end.
Yeah.
And so Bubak tweeted at me and BBD because he's like, hey, I've heard BBD and Jake saying this a lot lately. So he brought up an Urban Dictionary and it says net is a douchebag way of saying total or something like that.
Yeah, it says net is a term usually used by douchebags to mean in the end, whatever.
Not fighting it.
Yeah.
Not fighting it.
You're a big fan of fun words like that.
Net. I just like that you could say something back to back. Come on.
Net. What's this? What's the Spanish term for so-so?
CSC.
Así.
Yeah.
Katie was speaking Spanish to me, and I understood what she was saying.
Sure.
And I wanted to say that, but I couldn't remember, and I was so pissed.
It's tough.
So I just went, so-so.
Yeah.
She was like, that's English. I was like, fuck. She caught me.
That's when you're learning Spanish. That's a hilarious response.
Así.
Because it's they teach you the 3 things. It's doing bad, it's mal or no bueno. Or it's I'm doing good, and it's oh, bueno. Or it's if you're just okay, así. I don't think anyone says that in
It should be your
Spanish-speaking cultures. Me?
Yeah, así.
Yeah. I wish.
Yeah.
I'm a little below that, if we're being honest.
I understood the other 3 lines that Katie said to me in Spanish. That was great.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Soccer is
Remember
weird.
when I speak Spanish to that model perfectly on New Year's?
Kind of.
The illiterate one. You remember?
Illiterate chick.
Yeah. She's from Brazil.
She's not illiterate. That New Year's, though,
She couldn't read or write in English.
my memory was a little CSC. If you remember, I passed out before midnight, and then I woke up mad at everyone that they let me sleep through midnight.
Yeah, but you always were an early sleeper, so it's
Right.
This is what
Still
Jake
am.
does. Yeah.
Still am. That's one.
I said I don't smoke cigarettes to her in perfect Spanish.
Wow.
And I was like, how the fuck did I know that?
Yeah.
No
Just found it in here.
No, Fuomo. Or
No
something.
fumar.
Fuomo.
Cigaretta.
I think like Fuomo is me or singular. I don't know, but I said it, and then
been called a lot worse.
And then she kissed me when it became New Year's. So I got her.
Love.
She was like, I just need one guy to say one line
Manuela.
in Spanish.
Manuela. Look her up.
She untagged herself in pictures of me from that night.
Soccer.
So
I don't understand some of the dynamics of soccer, but now that we're a soccer company, I'm going to be deep diving. But yeah, like, is Bayern the Yankees? Are they?
No, it's worse than that.
Right. That's what I'm wondering.
There's 18 teams.
Is Bayern mostly loved? Are they hated? Because Bayern goes and represents Germany every year. Like,
that's interesting.
Right.
Because in the Champions League, Bayern,
Champion, they're there every year.
they're there, and they become kind of like Germany's
right.
league.
You're representing the country, essentially. A proud
so
country.
I would guess maybe some of the bottom feeders, Berlin, Augsburg, Mainz, Werder, those fans are like, we root and we hope we can beat Bayern, but
Right.
we're Bayern fans in the end. Where Dortmund and Red Bull lipstick is like, fuck Bayern. Never roots for them.
It's a really weird dynamic, man. Like, when Bayern comes through and you're one of these cities we don't know, Werder,
Yeah.
like, is that awesome?
Yeah.
Like, is it the biggest party in the town that year?
We need a new sound drop.
Or is it just like, this is going to be ugly?
Because I needed this on the morning show today.
Sure.
And it's speaking on stuff we don't know. Because that's kind of like, you know.
Well,
I'm
you
not
know.
thinking. I'm never thinking.
Good job, David. You know,
Speaking
I like
about
to relate
things
to
that
people.
we have no idea what we're talking
If
about.
you tell me, oh yeah, you know, I went to Elon, I'm gonna say like, oh yeah, I used to track their women's golf team, or, you know, if I'm gonna try to find a way to relate to you in some way or another. Mm-hmm. So there's a guy I used to work with who was from France.
Yep.
And he mentioned something about soccer today. Wow,
Yeah.
really reached out from 10 years later. He mentioned something about
Right,
soccer.
he knows you're ahead of a soccer
and
company
I was
now.
like, oh, so you're a big PSG guy, Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, Pacific Standard Gas.
Pacific Standard Gas, PSG. Mm-hmm. And he got like so straight-faced, and he's like, I hate them. And I was like, okay, so pick the wrong team.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, so I was like, is it another team? And he said who it was, don't care. But he said why they hate PSG is it's not owned by a French guy, like some international, like someone, I don't know if it was Middle Eastern money or where the money came from, but they said someone bought PSG and all they do is buy players, and it's like fucked up their league.
Yeah, it's like immaculate high school hockey.
That's what people are saying, at least.
Like, you're a private school. There's no boundaries from where you can recruit players
Right.
from, but you play against all the public schools who only have a small pool. You steal all the players from the surrounding towns, and you play in the same league. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, BBD, Immaculate was a high school in our conference. What would be a funny high school name to call that high school?
Like a mascot name?
No, just like if you were going to make a joke about the name Immaculate.
He's
like
Jewish, so I don't know if he'll do this.
Another word.
I don't have a deep well on the.
No, you should still have it as a Jewish people still know the
I mean,
story.
we still be funny.
What are
but-
you thinking about?
Nothing.
Does your word rhyme?
No.
Mine does.
I would call them virgins because of the Immaculate Conception.
We
Mother Mary.
used to call him ejaculate.
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
Pretty good.
Yeah, either of those are kind of the go-to.
All right,
so-
thanks, Dave.
Stuff.
Yeah. Can you talk about your pants again, just real quick? Go back, rewind. Jake, tell us about your pants.
I'm wearing joggers. I'm the most pathetic man in the world.
Okay, let's move forward.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm the
let's
most
move on
pathetic
from
man
that
in the
then.
world. Now that we got it.
It's a little BBD laugh out of me. Just a little giggle.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're done. The Knicks. You guys want me to put a minute on the clock for the Knicks?
You don't even need a minute. We'll probably talk about it on Talking Knicks. Maybe we won't. Brutal. But yeah, they seemingly have some layup candidates. Kenny Atkinson, he's the guy who turned around the Nets and made the Nets fun to that Katie and Kyrie sign there.
Yeah.
And then they fired him because Katie and Kyrie said we don't like him.
Yeah.
And the Knicks have for the past 2 years been like, hey, we should copy what the Nets did. Like, that's our plan now. But they're just interviewing everyone else.
Well, and for a while it was rumored that it's basically only Tom Thibodeau's job to have.
Yeah.
And then like last week it was like, hey, there's a growing group of people within the Knicks that are okay. And they're like calling for Atkinson because he makes sense. And like yesterday, just like nuke of a bunch more candidates,
Just like
and they
names
said
came out of everywhere.
they said like they're actually going to interview 8 to 10 people. So I don't know if that means like Tibbs is out. They just want to go with an unknown or whatever.
You gotta expect they'll do the right thing.
But people are. I don't know if it was even officially reported, but the rumor on the streets is that like Becky Hammond is going to get an interview,
Right.
and I haven't seen her name specifically in a Woj tweet or anything. So I guess who knows?
We can't do that to Becky.
I can't
But,
imagine covering
yeah,
the
that's
Knicks.
it.
It's tough,
Oh,
man.
we hate it.
It's unreal.
I wasn't even
It's
talking about you.
unbelievable.
I wasn't talking about you guys. I was talking about like the actual beat reporters. Who
Oh,
are
yeah.
like every.
I feel so bad. There's a gentleman, Jonathan Macri. Give him a follow. I mean, in theory, he's a competitor,
Love
but
Macri.
dude, he tries so hard. Like he puts toward a John Boy effort originally towards the Yankees to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think he's got like 10K followers.
He's
and,
really
like,
good.
He's good. It's
Really good. Interviews so many guys.
and
And the fan base is there. If the Knicks were good, he'd have a fan base to get to like
if the Knicks
300,000
he could
followers.
quit his job as a math
if the
teacher.
Knicks were average, he would have 100K follows.
But it's so that's what's upsetting. It's not like the give me a shitty team in the NBA that doesn't have a big fan base. Not even the Royals, like the Marlins of the NBA.
Pelicans, I don't know.
Sure.
They're kind of okay now.
Like-
but
Hornets. Bobcats.
So what's the
What
student
are they?
Macri?
Hornets.
Macri?
Yeah.
He's got a deep pool of fans,
Yeah.
but the team basically put like a glass wall from the shallow end to the deep end and won't let him reach it because no one cares enough to follow
Dude,
him.
it's
he has no bandwagoners.
The way I describe it to people is think about what podcasts are. You listen on your commute, you listen at home. You want it to be something you enjoy. It's hard to turn on a Knicks podcast and be like, they lost every game again.
And they run things terribly again. Yeah.
Like
It's only kind of fun in the off season, which is like the opposite of what you would think.
yeah,
More fun to cover the Knicks in the offseason than the season. That's good.
easily.
That's
Easily.
I feel so bad. He
Would have been
gets
a-
like actual like locker room access and press passes.
One
he's,
day
like,
it'll
very,
pay off
very
for
well
Macri,
done.
but
He's the man.
it's tough. Shout out.
We had some soccer fans in the chat, obviously, because we're a soccer
Right.
company.
Soccer
and they
company.
said that Bundesliga teams have to be owned by 51%. 51% of the team has to be owned by the fans. But Red Bull found a workaround, and they use their employees as shareholders. And I am more confused.
That's kind of good. That's kind of good. Red Bull setting up like in a town just to buy a soccer team.
Well, that is funny. You know,
Yeah.
like if we bought a soccer team and then we were told our fan base, hey, this is the team we're going to root for.
Right.
And then, but you have to buy in to root for them with us. It's kind of how it works anyway. Anyway, interesting.
Cool.
Cool. Halftime.
Can we do a quick bash the NL for pitchers hitting?
Sure, if you want.
Just because our guy Evan, who we should have on, we should talk to him.
Be nice about it.
I
though.
am,
Okay.
but he had he had a couple sad tweets about the pitcher because he likes it, and that's fine. Like what you like in this world, I got no qualms with that. But he had his last tweet was like, "Well, it's official. Noah Syndergaard will go down as the last Mets pitcher to hit." So I got into Noah's numbers.
But he means like he was that last at bat.
Right, but I think he was saying it in a way like Noah was one of the good ones because Syndergaard's hit some home runs. Like there was some like vim and vigor behind it.
He was saying he's the last good hitting pitcher for the Mets, or just literally he's the last at bat.
I think it could be taken literally, but it seemed like there was some emotion behind it. Like, you know, at least it was Noah. Kind of. That's what it felt like to me. You bring up the tweet and you let me know what you think.
Or whatever.
What's that?
Like it's somebody of note.
Yeah, like he was proud of that in a way.
I think he's just doing. I don't read the tweet.
You think it's just last ever?
Just like trivia, like Jose Molina has the last home run in Yankee Stadium.
I didn't see the tweet for what it's worth, so.
That's my guess on it, because I've talked to him before about how not actually good. Congrats to Noah Syndergaard. Will forever be the final Mets pitcher to hit. Yeah, I think he's just doing straight up trivia.
Okay.
So let's see if it's true, because I'll go to the last.
Right, and that is going to be the fun tidbit moving forward, is going to be people being like, when pitchers do get at bats at this point, people are going to be
Noah
like,
Syndergaard's the last. It's just trivia he's doing. He's the last pitcher.
Yeah, I get. There's not a trivia twist on it for me. Like,
Well,
I feel
in 20
like
years would be cool. Who is the last?
But otherwise, he kind of didn't say that. I don't know. I look Syndergaard's hitting stats from the past 2 years because he's got some home runs and stuff. Like, I think the Mets fan base are proud of Noah Syndergaard as a hitter.
That's stupid.
And his hitting numbers are terrible. The past 2 years, I mean, his batting average is 107.
So,
and that's what the NL just needs to know. Shake that emotion.
So I think if Walker Lockett was the last pitcher to get an at-bat for the Mets,
right,
he doesn't do the tweet.
I think he does again, because I think that plays into your trivia thing.
So, but I think
I think
it's like the fact that it's Noah is a cool trivia
right
piece. But I don't think he's saying he's a good hitter.
Well, I think if it's a weird name, I think that makes it a better trivia tidbit, Like if it's Seth
cool.
Lugo.
Kind of cool that it's Noah.
Over the past 2 years, 121 plate appearances, 107 batting average, a 324 OPS, 79 strikeouts.
Because Noah's never, I mean, whenever I go on the fan and have this fun debate with Evan, he's never been like, there are some pitchers that are good. Like, he never dropped that on me.
Right.
He did with Bumgarner. I was like, Bumgarner wouldn't even get regular
right.
at-bats. Like, he's terrible.
Yeah, and someone did that the other day, because I think Bumgarner has the last MLB home run.
That's cool.
Kind of. But it's also done.
If pitchers never hit again.
Right.
Ever.
That's half deserving.
That's a cool trivia, and it's good.
I'd rather go the other way. Give it to Bart. Like, I wish the last one was, like, the most ridiculous one ever.
No, because I do appreciate the lore of it, where, like, in 50 years, they'll be like, the last home run was hit by Bum. He actually was one of the best hitting pitchers. I mean, that's kind of cool.
They think it's going to happen anyways because Ohtani or one of these guys is going to get one while pitching.
You think so? You think they'll hit Ohtani while pitching? Yeah, something funky will happen.
Yeah.
Or extra inning game, maybe.
I mean, especially
happens.
This year, because I mean, Ohtani.
It's an extra inning game. If you run out of bench players, and you just have a pitcher getting that bat.
It'll happen.
It'll happen again. But that's cool. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is my counter to the NL fans that I told Evan is that I do agree. I want more bench play in baseball. I want more pinch running. I want more pinch hitting. I want switches and strategy.
Right.
And mandating a 4-man bench and having 4 players, so you have the backup catcher, then 3 options,
right,
does help provide that. Like, Wade will be a pinch runner for the Yankees now.
Right.
And Ford will be a pinch hitter for the Yankees now.
Yeah.
When you had a 3-man bench, the bench was completely useless.
Yeah.
Because one was a catcher and the other 2 were really just getting a day off.
Yeah.
So I do...
Getting a day off or you need him if someone gets hurt.
Yeah. So I think that helps. But...
And I think it'd be good for baseball if a team had their, when that pinch runner comes in. I mean, the Dave Roberts moment and all that stuff, like, that's good. And what you're saying with the pinch hitting too, like baseball should find a way to get that in.
And I guess the last note on DH stuff.
Say it, baby.
I keep seeing some of the tweets, and we've said it before, but people mentioning like DH isn't a real position; they only play half the game.
Sure.
It's like there's so few guys who do like just DHing
anymore.
It's not used that way anymore.
It was
and a
for
lot of
little
NL
bit.
fans who haven't seen it, I think, still don't realize it.
Yeah.
So worth.
They'll learn.
Yeah.
There'll always be There's going to be diehards that will hold out, and then probably 20 years from now, there will be a hipster movement to bring back the pitcher.
There's going to be one pitcher who rakes, but they don't let him hit, and then the fans will be like...
That's when I told everyone, when I'll be off the deep end, where
all those dormant Knicks fans are.
When you see me coming out with make the pitcher hit again, that's when you know I'm done. It's when it's time to lace him up. Or tie him up. Unlace him up.
Lace him up.
Lace him, unlace him.
Hang him on the...
Eddie Lacy.
Hang him on the telephone wire.
Sell him to the butcher in the store.
Sell him to the butcher in the store.
I got a soundboard note. In the famous Will Ferrell Need More Cowbell sketch.
Yeah.
At one point, Christopher Walken looks at Will Ferrell and goes, "Say it, baby."
Okay.
And I want that for when we kick it to BBD.
Okay. All right. That's great.
So
This is funny stuff, man.
It's good stuff.
wow. All right.
Is this still halftime?
Yeah.
Oh.
Big halftime.
It is.
No state.
Okay.
We blew it. Save it.
Say it quick.
Quick.
Texas, we covered a wide range of topics. Texas is one of the widest states. Somebody called that Red Bull team the Astros of Bundesliga.
Wow.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
The new Ford Bronco will debut on July 9th, which is OJ Simpson's birthday. How about that? Florida's Highway Welcome Center. What? Florida's Highway Welcome Centers will once again offer free orange juice. What? Okay. Huge. The Gatlinburg Sky Bridge was shut down after a tourist cracked the glass doing a baseball sl. Aunt Jemima brand will change their name and remove the image that Quaker says is based on a racial stereotype. And 32 bags of marijuana were delivered to the wrong address in Texas. Update, the Gatlinburg Sky Bridge was shut down after a tourist cracked the glass doing a baseball slide. I read the news today.
I read the news today, oh boy.
Which one do you like the most?
You got caught up in some giggles, so I think we should dive into those.
I didn't know that the Florida's Highway Welcome Centers offered free orange juice.
They will once again.
I didn't know
When
they
was
ever
the
did.
last time?
Oh, I was guessing pre-corona. I'm hoping it's like 1925.
I would guess like 87, 93.
Nope, last July.
Last July? Mm-hmm. You get free orange juice in Florida?
The freebie went dry last July, eliminated as the department made $4.1 million in cuts to promotional funding. But lawmakers this year, dude, people had to be irate.
Yeah.
No more free orange juice?
And I mean, they're getting the orange juice from Florida, so I mean, they just need a better number, BSer. Just say, like, because of the free orange juice, X amount of people come in and they buy stuff.
Honey, can you pull over at the Welcome
And
Center? I want the free orange
You're
juice.
putting money.
You don't need it.
You're putting money into the Florida economy because you're buying that orange juice from Florida.
Yeah.
I love this. I think every state should have this.
Free whatever your thing is.
You go in Georgia, get a fucking peach.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not a full peach.
Peach juice.
I don't know about peach quantities,
Okay.
and that's on me.
Banana quantities
Mad
are
Dog
unreal.
Russo, I'm
if
falling
there's
off.
if there's a banana state, bananas, I mean, every grocery store has.
Where do we get bananas from?
South America somewhere.
Are there any U.S. bananas?
Well, bananas change so much over time that they're literally like a science thing now. They say that, like, you know, if we ate a banana back in 1600, it wouldn't even taste close. Like, it's just a science plant now, is what I've heard.
U.S. banana production is very limited. In 2009, recent, banana production reached almost 7,000 MMT.
You don't know what MMT is?
So, you can't just put that out there.
It's mega multitudes.
Excuse me?
Mega
multitudes.
multa.
Multa's one word.
Yeah, because the tudes is the T. Yeah.
I like that BBD's deep in a banana world right now. Let us know what you find, kid.
No state claims the banana.
No,
I don't think
they're
they're
saying
from
there's
the
like a
US.
few like commercial banana farms, but they've kind of listed every state here, so I feel like it's none of those. Wikipedia's messing with me. I gotta like give it a real read.
I don't know. That's starting to get messed up for me. Like, there's bananas in every grocery store in the world, and we're taking them from another country.
Dude, no state claims the banana. Alabama claims the peaches and blackberries. Arkansas claims ripe pink tomatoes, and Arkansas claims grapes. Delaware claims strawberries. Florida's oranges. Georgia is peaches. Idaho claims the huckleberry.
Potatoes, right?
Huckleberry.
It's Idaho's doing potatoes.
Illinois claims the Gold Rush apple. Kentucky, blackberry. Louisiana, strawberry. Maine, blueberry. Mass, cranberry. Gross. Minnesota, Honeycrisp apple. Awesome. That's great. Missouri, grapes. New York, apple, but I think that's kind of...
Each state should have a rest stop thing.
Yes. You get this for free. Utah claims the cherries. I wouldn't have put that together.
Would not have put that together.
No. No one claims bananas.
Dude, bananas, the main suppliers of bananas to the U.S. market are Guatemala, Ecuador, Costa Rica, Colombia, and Honduras.
I was right then.
You were right then. These 5 countries ship an estimated 3.9 MMT.
Mega multitudes. I can't believe you haven't heard of that before.
Isn't that nuts, though? Like,
How
for
many
me, that's one of those big, how does the world actually work? There's very few bananas that grow in this country. And you go to any grocery store across the United States, and that bad boy is packed with bananas. Isn't that weird?
I've done this like 3 times before. It's crazy. There's so many bananas in the world.
I just hope the banana farmers are being taken
There's
care
a
of.
bodega on every block.
Bananas.
Bananas. All over.
It's nuts.
You can go get a banana right now.
Easily.
I can be back in 5 minutes.
Dude,
Yeah.
MMT, it's saying it stands for manual muscle testing.
Can't be right.
I said MMT measurement.
Type in MMT bananas.
MMT, I did that and it just told me, MMT of bananas. The fuck does
Bananas unit? It's a weird thing to type.
MMT unit? Does the chat know? Is anyone? Oh, million metric tons. Cool. So,
Million metric tons of bananas. How much does banana weigh? We got to get out of there. Any other good state highway things that we should do?
Abe in the chat said you should come to Missouri for the meth.
Okay.
That got me good.
It's an offer. That's what tripped you up before?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know they were known for meth.
In the meth game.
Especially with Breaking Bad existing, and that was always
Right.
in Mexico, I would have assumed.
Does Ozark do meth?
oh yeah.
Place?
Oh, in the show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I saw you meant do people in the Ozarks do math? And that's a yes.
Different question. Yeah.
All right, so we covered whatever we just talked about.
Got it.
The new Ford Bronco debuting on OJ's birthday. Why
Yeah.
not? I know it's kind of
get
slimy, but
Yesterday
why not?
was OJ Day.
I know about the new... Dude, the Bronco's such a cool car.
Yeah.
Do the new versions look good, or did they make them look sleek and round?
I think they're kind of cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a car guy, but
I am not a car guy. New Bronco.
yeah, dude. Yesterday is June 17th.
Do you mean the date he killed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they showed the 30 for 30 was on, and I clicked in my head. Dude, I know it's kind of known, but if you don't know,
it looks like a Range Rover. I don't like it.
If you don't know, that would be like, it's known as what would be the craziest day in Twitter history. OJ, Nick's final. Oh, that one's ugly. I think the one before that is better.
It doesn't. That just looks like a Range
That looked
Rover.
like yeah. Are those even uglier cars? So many girls in Texas had that car.
Like the Cube.
No, it's like a Hummer.
Mini Hummer.
Something. It's an ugly car. OJ murders Nicole Brown Simpson, escapes in his Bronco. Chasing his Bronco.
Yeah, the new Broncos suck, man.
Knicks NBA Finals game. Beats Houston. I think there was Brazil won the World Cup. Arnold Palmer retires from golf.
Yeah, it's his last match. That's what it's called?
It's just silly. Oh, and New York Rangers Ticker Day Parade.
Ticker.
Good 30 for 30. Go watch it.
The Gatlinburg Sky Bridge was shut down after tourists cracked it. So, what is the Sky Bridge? It just made my stomach drop.
Not a Skybridge guy?
My stomach is in my ass. Oh, did you see it?
Soundboard.
Fuck that.
I think I've been to Gatlinburg. Does that impress you?
Where? Where's Gatlinburg?
It's in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're not a Skybridge guy.
No, dude. It's like a bridge suspended by ropes and shit, and and you can like. So what I don't like about this is, you can just jump over. Oh, glass bottom, so you can see.
Have you seen the?
If this was a tunnel, right?
Sure.
If it was a tunnel and the walls went all the way up, I'd be fine with it. But the fact that you could just jump over, taking a kid on it, I got to get out of this. I hate this fucking.
Have you seen the like Skybridge prank? You're probably not gonna like it, but
I just thought about fake falling off. No, I don't want to do it, man. Hurts my heart.
okay. No, this isn't heart hurting stuff. This is just you would hate if it happened to you stuff. I just put it at the bottom. I put it at the bottom of the news.
Is someone going to think they're dying in the prank?
Not dying.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
We have the music here. If you want to share do you have the screen share thing? Oh yeah, fuck that. That's so mean.
Yeah.
That is so mean. That is so mean. So if anyone's just listening, they're walking on a glass bridge that you can like see underneath, and they made one of the planks of glass like crack, like it's like a video screen, I guess.
Like LED or something.
LED. Those little girls didn't even fucking notice.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, because I think like you can give someone a heart attack, or you can scare someone so much that they jump up and hold the railing, and then they're in a more compromised position. Like I don't think that's the area for pranks.
Okay.
I'm a big old pussy when it
That's
comes
fair.
to heights.
Just thought you should know it exists.
I don't like it. Aunt Jemima is changing their brand. They said that, our logo and name is racist. We've tried to update it over the years to make it less racist. But we now understand that that's not good enough, and we
Right.
just need to completely rebrand and scrap it.
Yeah.
I will say, Land O'Lakes and Aunt Jemima both changing in the same time span. Like, those were like
What's
80 years.
I mean, staples. Like
That's
some
what
of
I'm
the
trying to
most
say.
well-known
Yeah.
products in the United States.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the world. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, obviously this seems like the right move and probably is the right move. I wonder, like, could they be doing better things, like, just within the African American community? I don't know. I mean, do you do both?
Do both.
Yeah.
And I think if you're upset about this, you're such a weirdo. And it's so weird. Like, people that are upset about this, here's a take.
Okay.
I'm going to stare right into, what camera should I stare at, BBD? Okay. If you're upset that Aunt Jemima is changing their name and their branding, you're not actually upset. So just stop faking that you're upset to be upset. Because there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
There is no way you are actually upset about this. So just
What if
cut the
someone's
shit.
name is Jemima?
Well, my stage name is pretty similar.
Right.
Yeah. It's spelled different.
Right.
Probably sucks, man. It's like kind of like how Siri
Maybe
or
someone leaned into it.
Alexa got ruined, you know?
Maybe someone really likes it. I want that person to know.
Maybe there's
it's okay to
maybe
be
there's
mad.
a Aunt Jemima out there who makes her own syrup, and like you go to your aunt's house and you're like, oh, can I get Aunt Jemima's syrup? And your friend's like, wow, you actually call it by the brand name? Like, not that racist
hilarious
bullshit. My
family
Aunt
joke.
Jemima's syrup.
They have a lot of people walk into that joke.
Yeah. You like Aunt Jemima's syrup? You never even had it. You got to come to my aunt's house.
That's easily the most famous syrup, right?
Syrup.
Yeah, that's the only brand I can think of.
You say syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
How'd they win
which
the
I think
game?
is wrong, but it's what I say.
It's whatever you want, baby.
Yeah. How'd they win?
Yeah, like how'd Aunt Jemima become number 1?
I don't know. Tried real hard.
Did their best.
Branding, marketing, paid for the shelf space.
Yeah. Feels like there's a story there. Don't meet a lot of people that are hyper particular about their syrup choice. But I'm interested in if you offer me different types of syrups, I'm going to sample them all to see if I like them.
Dude, I think that's how they won because they know
they didn't do that.
No, they know people don't actually care.
Right.
You don't have a brand relationship to your syrup. So if we just pay for the right shelf space and the right marketing, which I guess was racism,
right,
then you will win.
The good version is they have like a name and a mascot people recognize.
And it stayed this
to
long.
be fair, racist, but
Sure.
1889 is when they started.
Right.
Ugh.
I wonder if that's a fake one. Like they bought some old mom and pop company that went back that far just so they could claim it was 89.
By 1915, the brand had changed trademark law. The Aunt Jemima doctrine. Ooh. The brand is currently owned.
I knew there had to be a story.
They changed
Mrs.
trademark
Butterworth's
law.
is the other one.
Ooh, Mrs. Butterworth. Where's she been? Now we're in another hole.
I'd love to hear what they're going to come out with a new name. Do you think they're just going to do like Aunt Jasmine? Or do you think they'd go a completely different route?
Syrup.
That'd be badass. They got the recipe right on Wikipedia.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Pizza.
Okay. Marketing.
32 bags of marijuana were delivered to the wrong address in Texas.
Yeah, I guess they got lost on the way to my house.
Yeah. No, these weren't for me. It's kind of like when the keg shows up to the party in Dazed and Confused. You got the wrong address.
Yeah.
These
good
could
scene.
not be for me. The cops are here right now. So just go
You
around
must
the corner.
have me confused.
Imagine checking your mailbox and receiving an unexpected package that you didn't order.
Every day.
According to the Harris County, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
In apartments, you get mail from other people. According to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, that's first line so stupid. Imagine it's a daily occurrence for people. Wrong address mail. It's not like fucking,
Even if not daily, it's very
common.
Everyone's had it happen.
Very common. You imagine checking your mailbox and getting something that's not for you. Like
Happened yesterday.
Happens to me all the time.
We had our apartment number, but it's like, and this is for the baby.
Yeah.
We're like, probably not us.
The guy who lived in our apartment before, his name was Boris.
Mm.
So we get a lot of mail for Boris.
Boris.
According to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, one family wound up with 32 bags of marijuana, which the people living there insisted didn't belong to them. Deputies were called, and that's really it.
I mean, who called the deputies?
I'm guessing the people that showed up that it got.
Because you think they'd say that.
Deputies were called out to a home.
Because otherwise, why would they have to deny that it was theirs? You know?
I think they're just writing it that way. I think they called and were like, hey, we got drugs at our house, and we're promise you.
Oh, we got a
they're
nice
not for
picture
us.
of a dog with the drugs.
Really vacuum sealed marijuana.
Fully vacuum sealed.
Imagine checking your mailbox and receiving mail that's not for you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
You've
there.
Painted the picture well.
We have a story we've probably told this story before. I don't know if BBD's heard
Before
it.
we get away from the article, the last sentence is a quote from the sheriff. If it's yours, please contact Harris County Sheriff's Office to claim it. Added a smile emoji.
I'm sick of. Oh yeah. So BBD, we had the best day ever in college once, and it ended.
BDE.
What?
Best day ever.
Best day ever. Yeah, I thought I said his name wrong again. And it ended up at a Bridgeport Sound Tigers game where they were playing the Hartford Whale, and it went into like overtime, and there was a goal,
Reviewed.
It got reviewed. They all left because they thought they won in overtime, and then they were like, "Wait, we're going to review it." So the whole team was kind of in the Zamboni entrance, just like standing on the outside of the rink in the whatever they call it, the entrance, and our seats were first row right next to the entrance. So we were talking with the players, fucking around, and it was Cizikas. Is that his name?
Cizikas,
From the Islanders,
winger,
and he's young. And our buddy Ken goes to Cizikas and goes, "Yo, what are we doing after to celebrate? We going to the casino?" Mohegan Sun's around, and Cizikas looked at us and was like, "Oh, imagine!" And we all lost it because we're like, "Yeah, dude, we can imagine going to a casino."
Dude, you're like already a millionaire, and you're probably going to be more of a millionaire.
You can't like.
He's like their first round pick.
He said it like it was the most. It was like, you want to go skydiving? He's like, dude, imagine. I was like, fuck,
go to a casino.
It's an hour away, man. We were laughing the whole time. Oh, imagine, and we've been dropping that for like a decade now. We're just imagine. Yes. So imaginable, man.
We just proposed it.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
He signed a 5-year deal worth $16 million. So like, if you can't imagine going to a casino, dude,
it's so weird.
Figure it out.
If we text Ken right now, like Cizikas, he'll just respond, "Imagine."
Let's try it.
All right.
We had a nice exchange the other day. You text him.
I don't know where my phone is. I got it.
Check up your butt, Danny Ocean.
How do you spell imagine? That's not what I meant to ask.
How do you spell imagine?
How do you
What's
spell
the question?
Cizikas?
Cizikas. Kas.
That's a dumb fucking.
Casey Cizikas. There's your NHL update for the day.
Yeah, he exists. Is he still playing?
Yeah, he's still on the Islanders.
Wow. I remember he was like their...
he was their number one pick, so we were like, he's probably going to be good, right?
Yeah.
Let's see his best year.
Go to a casino, Casey. Wasn't he like the penalty kill guy for a while?
18-19, he had 33 points. That's pretty good.
Wow. Instant reply from Ken. Instant.
Ken's my ride or die.
I don't know if you can see this. He just responded, "Casino? Imagine." Instant reply.
Instant.
Ken also congratulated me on the engagement, and he texted me in all caps, "I said you don't have to be engaged to speculate currencies." Which is, it's from this movie, Take Me Home Tonight.
Take Me Home.
Dimitri Martin, I'll tell them why. Dimitri Martin's in a wheelchair, and he meets an old friend from college, and he's like speculating currencies at what's a company?
One of the top big four.
You'd know it. Yeah. I can't think of it.
Goldman
Sachs. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, dude, what happened?" And he's like, "Oh, I got really tired of walking." Just jokes about being in a wheelchair. He crushes the whole scene.
Yeah.
I'll just fucking find it.
Oh, God. Casey Cizikas finished 21st in the top defensive forward voting in 18-19. So.
It's great. Congratulations. All right. Do you have my screen?
It's been bad again. I don't know.
Hey, Franklin. Down here, Han Solo.
Ah! Carlos, what happened to you?
67 times 365.
You're in a wheelchair.
Answer.
24,455. What's up?
I've been really lazy. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got hit by a drunk driver right after graduation, but don't cry for me, Argentina. It's not so bad. I get better parking. I mean, I have stronger opinions about hills now, but whatever. So what have you been doing? Building jetpacks?
No, I work at Goldman Sachs.
No, you don't. No way you work there.
No, I do. I work in Asian takeovers.
That's funny. Because you know where I work?
You work at Goldman Sachs?
You bet your legs I do. You don't need to walk to speculate currencies. I said you don't need to walk to speculate currencies! What are you doing?
So that was my happy engagement. I said you don't need to have to be engaged to speculate currencies. So I think that's the end of the show. That's a really good... I like that movie, and that's a really good...
Does Dimitri Martin do acting roles? I think we land here.
Dude, I think he went through the Chappelle shit where like they gave him a show,
right?
And then he was like, "You kind of ruined my brand on me." But I don't know.
I watched his show a lot when I was...
You liked it?
When I was like... I think I would have been in middle school during that. And I liked it.
He put out an album in 2015.
He's on Crank Yankers this year, so.
That's cool. He put out a Netflix special in 2018. And in 2020, he's got a movie called We Bear Bears, which is a voice, whatever. I said you don't have to walk to speculate currencies.
I have a request from the fans. Can someone send me like the best episode of Crank Yankers ever? Because I'm sure it's good. I'm sure the best episode of Crank Yankers. I mean, dude, they have real people. I mean, Dimitri Martin.
Just listen to the Jerky Boys if you want to listen to prank phone calls. Or that Greek dude. The Greek prank phone call guy is so good. What's his name?
That's what I'm saying, though. I mean, Crank Yankers has like 5 full seasons with big-time celebrities. Dave Chappelle, Seth MacFarlane, Stephen Colbert. Like, there has to be a holy grail of Crank Yankers that's hilarious.
Have you ever seen, his name is Guido Hatzi. Have you ever listened to any of his?
I don't think so.
Do you mind if I play it?
Only because I have a poop brewing, but I'm okay with it. But I may be sprinting out midway through.
All right, we'll listen to a little bit of it.
Okay.
It's 2 minutes long.
Hello.
Yeah, mate, you put the ad in the paper for the plumber?
Yeah, that's right.
Mate, I will take the job, all right?
Yeah.
Now, we need to talk about the money, all right? Mate, how much you prepared to pay me?
Depends how good you are.
Mate, I'm the best, all right? I learned from my uncle. You listen to me?
Yeah.
He would always say to me, there is nothing that sticky tape cannot fix. Mate, he was the best, mate, all right? And, mate, I learned all about hoses from him as well. Mate, you know siphoning petrol from cars?
Yes, mate.
Mate, he could do it all, mate. Do not laugh, mate, all right? It's my uncle we are talking about here. Right? Now listen to me, laughing boy, all right?
Yes, mate.
I come in there, start work tomorrow, but I do not do any dirty work, all right? That is what you will do. Mate, listen, all right? More time plumbing, less time
Who
laughing.
am I speaking to?
Mate, believe it or not, right?
Yeah.
You are speaking to Guido Hetsis. do not laugh at my name, my friend, all right? All right, mate, I'll be unblocking a drone with your head if you do that again,
Yeah,
all right?
okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, mate, I come in, I start work as the boss, all right? Your boss.
Okay.
And I fine you $5 every time you laugh.
Okay. I'm gonna be broke.
It's kind of a weird twist that he's just making the other guy
Yeah,
laugh.
I've never seen that.
What's your contact number, Guido?
Mate, I do not give it to you, all right? And,
Why
mate,
not?
because, mate, you give it to the women that you know. Mate, the phone does not stop ringing, mate. Mate, the women, the skippy chicks, they want to go out with me, mate. Mate, I don't have time to do no plumbing, mate.
Mate, you got the job.
Mate, I already knew that, all right? I'm not so sure about your job, mate. Mate, what I do-
Goes
I'm
up viral.
I don't know if I've ever seen a prank call.
That's what he does. Like, he did another one
The
where...
other side is just laughing.
Yeah, that's why I like it, because they're not mean. So he did another one where he calls, like, a masseuse, and she's like, what happened? He's like, well, I was doing the sick breakdance move. Goes into detail about, like, looking at himself in the mirror and shit.
Okay.
Guido Hatzi.
Guido Hatzi.
My dad used to have a Jerky Boys CD that he would play. They were like the original prank phone call people, I guess. I don't even know. But I don't like when you're being mean to someone. There's another prank call that's really
Sure.
good when he's calling a car person. He's telling them that every time he puts it, he's like, every time I put it in ready, it goes in reverse or something. He's like, got the D's wrong. I'm blowing that one.
I think you might have shown me that one.
That one's funny, too. I like when you make the person who's got a shitty job laugh,
Sure.
not ruin their day.
Right. I'm for that.
He's for it. Spread the word nationwide. We're out.
Leicester City to win. Bet of the day. Enjoy it.
You got a shit? You lost your bet of the day yesterday, but...
Not true at all.
No, sorry. Yes, not true at all. You won your
Almost
bet of...
two wins.
You won your bet of the day, almost 2 wins, but you were helped out by Hawkeye.
2 wins. Well, no. Well, the under would have hit either way.
Yeah,
so
the
that's
draw.
the official way. And yeah, Hawkeye did its job.
It's the bet of the day.
Hawkeye.
By not doing its
Bet
job.
of the day.
What was it?
Leicester City to win.
Who are they playing?
Watford.
Fuck Watford. No!
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
Almost messed up. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye forever and always. Texas forever.
Mm.